Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about U.S. American politics and a catalyst settlement. What on earth is a catalyst settlement? All right, so let me explain why we're going to talk about a catalyst settlement. So I have proposed that on 2021, day one of the 2021 U.S. presidential term, the U.S. president should declare the intent of the United States of America to create Usaluna. USA Luna, okay, Usaluna, the first U.S. moon catalyst settlement, all right? Now, the U.S. moon part are obvious. The U.S. would own this section on the moon. It would be geographically exactly the same size as the American geographical content, the American continent, the main North American continent. It would be on the moon, and the U.S. would own it completely. But what is a catalyst settlement, right? Is that the same thing as a state? No, it is not, all right? So these words are chosen. I choose words very, very, very carefully, right? Words matter, right? That's the secret sauce of life, is realizing that every single word has freight. You got to pack as much meaning into each word that you say, and you got to use the freight that is in the words you use, right? So what is a catalyst settlement? Well, catalyst means change, like a transformation. It normally comes from a chemical, right? A catalyst makes something happen, right? Now, this catalyst settlement would be a claimed area, same size as the geographical U.S. North American continent. And this catalyst settlement, it would have the distinct purpose of making sure that there was a change. Well, what is that change? The change is going to be a vaccine for COVID-19, a vaccine for COVID-20, a vaccine for COVID-25, and a vaccine for COVID-30, right? We will build research facilities on the moon within U.S. Luna that will become the preeminent research facility. We could take risks up there that we could never take on the Earth, right? Because, you know, if something goes wrong, you just evacuate, essentially everything's self-contained on the moon, right? You have facilities that are self-contained, and that ability with no vacuum, no animals, it is the maximum, awesome, most useful research facility that you can possibly have. In addition to that, we can have quarantine facilities. We can have the safest quarantine facilities in the universe on the moon, on Usaluna, the first U.S. moon catalyst settlement, which I am proposing, J. Scott Garibay, U.S. citizen, I'm proposing this to our 2021 U.S. president, okay, to make sure that Usaluna is declared to the world on day one of their presidency, and then built before end of year 2022, okay, and that we would have quarantine facilities and research facilities, okay. Now, what does that catalyst settlement mean? So, one, catalyst. This entire settlement's purpose would be bring about change. And that change would be a vaccine for COVID-19, COVID-20, COVID-25, COVID-30, right? We would master the creation of vaccines. No more farting around, right? Like, no more confusion from the CDC. Real results, right? And if we're not going to get them from the people we have, we change the people, right? We would drive toward a vaccine with relentless commitment. And we would have the space to do it on Usaluna, right? So on Usaluna, we put Usaluna up there, right? And then at that point, we have this catalyst settlement. So let's talk about catalyst settlement. What is it? How would we do the laws under it, right? Well, one, we want to so since this is new land for the United States of America, and it's a huge section of land, by the way, the United States of America would not be claiming the moon. They would be claiming an amount of land on the moon equal to its current geographic claim of land on the United States of America, on Earth, right? And we are stating, hey, we just claimed this land, right? If you're some other country out there and you want to claim your land, get your astronauts up here, plant the flag in the ground, and take your geographic space, right? That's equal to what you have on Earth. Done, right? Peaceful, calm, intellectual way to claim land. Much better than what we've done previously in history, right? Very, very good sound model, peaceful, safe, right? Very good. All right. So basically, you would have Usaluna, and you have this catalyst settlement, right? Now, what is a catalyst settlement? Is it a state? No, it is not a state, okay? Does it have the rights of a U.S. state? Yes, it does. Everyone who lives in Usaluna, because Usaluna is a catalyst settlement, right, will have the rights of a U.S. state. What state? Well, those rights will change every single year, okay? So first and foremost, all members, so Usaluna would not be a state, okay? But each year it would enjoy the rights of an American state. Which state, right? Well, we'd go alphabetical order, and we would go one by one, alphabetically, through the alphabetical list, and Usaluna citizens would enjoy the rights of U.S. citizens in each state, in all 50 states, going one after another, and the rights would change every single year, right? So they would have U.S. rights citizens. Everyone who lived on Usaluna would live having the rights, the state rights of the people who lived in each state, and it would switch each year, right? So like year one, it would be Arizona. Year two, it might be Connecticut. Whatever it was, right? And it would switch every single year, right? And this would one, remind everyone who lives in the U.S. Moon Catalyst Settlement that they are bound to their nation parent, right? And it would allow them to just have a healthy, useful reminder every single year what their rights are, and it would connect them to the Earth, because it would be very easy to forget who birthed this catalyst settlement, right? So they would have rights of state citizens each year, and they would also be U.S. citizens. So everybody who lives on the U.S. Moon catalyst settlement would have those rights. Now, the catalyst part and the catalyst part. So settlement is we've settled this land. Okay, that's what the settlement part means. We've settled it. We own it. U.S. owns it. Okay, the catalyst part would have a lot of meaning. Okay, so not only are we relying on them for a change in the COVID situation, a vaccine, right? But there would also be change as far as leadership, ruling aspects, and unlike a state, it would allow us to do some experimentation with government, right? So we are going to grant everyone who lives in the U.S. Moon Catalyst Settlement, we grant them states' rights. It would change to a different states' rights each year. Go through all 50 before it repeats, right? But then also the catalyst part would be that we could add additional items to their rulership or subtract things from both the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all government activities. You could add or subtract to the people who live on the U.S. Moon, on the U.S. Moon Catalyst Settlement. You could change them, right? And you could use that, and the Constitution, how the Constitution applies to each person there, how states' rights apply to each person there, how all those major government oversight items could be changed fundamentally, right? And because it's not a state, you don't need to deal with it in the way that there is a state. And this would give us the ability to experiment with some types of laws, some types of taxes, some types of highlighting that the U.S. government does, right? And see if it's better or worse, right? Now, why would we do this? What about the people who live on the U.S. Moon Catalyst Settlement? Well, one, everybody there originally for the first year is going to be there. Actually, everyone who lives on the U.S. Catalyst Settlement will be there by choice. What does that mean? Okay, it means that one, at first, you're not going to be able to get there if you don't want to be. And nobody's going to be taken there against their will, right? Everybody's going to have to sign up, and I think there'll be millions of people will be signing up for this, right? So everybody's going to be choosing to live there, right? So that's key. That's really important to understand, is they would be choosing to live there. So everybody there is volunteer. What about kids? I hear you. Okay, I get you, right? When you're 12 years old, you have the right to request return to the U.S., the United States of America on Earth, at the cost of the U.S. government, right? And your parents couldn't demand that you stay, right? So that's different, right? That right there, that's really different, right? Catalyst settlement, right? You would change the laws, change the Constitution, change the Bill of Rights, whatever you needed to do on how they apply to people who live on the U.S. moon. Catalyst settlement, right? And that way, but you'd have to give 12-year-olds, in my opinion, the right to return to the United... Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'll back it up. They would have that right when they're 18, when they're adults. That's much simpler. That's much simpler, right? So when you're a kid, you're right. Yes, you are going to be living under these laws that weren't yours. That's happening now in America, right? But as soon as we would have the possibility, we would allow any adult who had been born on the U.S. moon catalyst settlement to return to the U.S., to the Earth, on the government, on the USA government dime, and that would be fulfilled and they could be brought back. I think that's only fair, right? Because we're creating this. Children growing up in this, they might not like it. They should have the ability to return to Earth. Also, I think all these U.S. moon catalyst settlement kids would be received as cultural champions, cultural heroes, cultural points of interest, right? So I think it would be really good. So that's what a catalyst settlement is. That's how it's different than a state. And I think this is, U.S. Usaluna is absolutely necessary. We need to do this now. We need to do it for the future of American citizens. We need to do it for the future of global citizens. Everyone needs a vaccine. And we're not going to get a vaccine from this dirtball. We've already seen that, right? All these scientists been toiling around. They ain't got nothing, right? There's no vaccine. Usaluna will allow us to build a vaccine and take the risks that are necessary to get it, right? And Usaluna will also provide the most maximum safety quarantine that exists in the universe. And 50% of it would be for American citizens, and 50% of it would be for all the global citizens of the world. This is how we move the Earth forward. This is how we solve this ridiculous COVID problem, right? If you think I'm right, let me know. And also, start tweeting at that president, right? Like, whoever you think will be president in 2021, and tell him, get on board, Usaluna. This is real innovation. This is a real possibility for a good and shiny future for American citizens and for global citizens. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.